Okay, I've got YouTube chat pulled up. Now I've got music. There we go. Now we're good to go. Or should be. Alright. Oh man. First stream of the summer. Might not seem all that different considering it's only like, you know, a couple hours or so later than I usually stream these days. But me, it feels like a world of difference. I'm now starting to stream after work instead of before work. Which it does run the risk of me being quite tired due to a vastly different sleep schedule. Yesterday at around like 7 o'clock, I was on the verge of falling asleep at my desk. I might end up not being quite as chatty. Not that I'm all that chatty to begin with, but my brain's a little on the fried side of things. I'm already yawning my head off. So this bodes well. Then again, I've kind of been yawning my head off all day, which doesn't exactly, not exactly a good thing when I've been spending the day, the past couple days, around a lot of dust. So doing a lot of yawning is not great for your dust intake. That's fun. I'm sure it won't come back to bite me at all. Not even a little bit. Perfectly, totally fine. Just a handful of dust bunnies in my lungs. And, you know, maybe a tiny little bit of asbestos. As a very, 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 very old floor is being replaced at work. Maybe I should have turned on a fan. It might get stuffy in here after a while. You will probably inevitably notice that I have a bit of the sniffles. It is a combination of my usual allergies and, you know, a lot of dust. Being around dust and sneezing my head off. Do my best to keep the sniffling under control. I might actually work on a bit of the audio stuff on this one, because I think I've figured out a decent system for some of the audio stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to work on all of it, because that would involve watching every single one of these videos to listen for any swearing and whatnot to censor out. But we can do bits and pieces to get the beginning and ending of each clip timed right and make sure that the general audio levels are good. So a little bit of stuff here and there. A little something new. We'll see how long it takes to get all of this done. It's kind of funny how much we've got a bit of Bejeweled and quite a bit of Subnautica in the clips for this time around. We've got enough VTubers in this month's batch of videos playing Bejeweled that you could make the Phineas and Ferb joke. You know, the one about having a nickel for each instance of such and such. I've never played a Subnautica game. I have no real intention of ever playing one either. It just doesn't seem like a game for me. It seems like a fun enough game, but if you're gonna have a game where there's gonna be some sort of giant creature trying to chomp my face off, I would prefer to have some means of self-defense. And the developers of the Subnautica games are a little too on the pacifist side of things, which is perfectly fine, but I, for one, am not the type to sit back and let a giant fish chomp me in half without a fight. So, not really the type to play a game where the giant fish will chomp me in half and there's nothing I can do about it. Even if me having a weapon wouldn't help, I would at least go down fighting. Just find it kind of interesting that, you know, Minecraft created like the perfect formula for a survival crafting game, and a shockingly few amount of people actually try to copy that formula. Meanwhile, with almost every type of video game out there, they will create the most blatant clones on the planet. And then just brush it off. You know, like the whole Battle Royale craze. Where suddenly every game on Earth was becoming a Battle Royale. For no reason whatsoever. But for whatever reason, I only know of Minecraft and Hytale for like the only two of that type. It just seems weird to me. I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, but you gotta give them credit. They created a very successful formula for a popular style of sandbox survival type game. One thing's for sure, the building system in Minecraft is better than most anywhere else. As someone who has played many a survival crafting type game, you will struggle to find a building system that is superior to Minecraft. You will greatly struggle. I haven't played Hytale yet, so I don't know. I mean, I would assume based on what I've seen of it that it's just very one-to-one to Minecraft. I don't know if Subnautica is much of a sandbox game. I don't know. I don't know if you... I don't really know what the game entails. Since the point of the game is to have as little have as little impact on the environment you're in as possible. You're kind of more a researcher than anything else, and you try, kind of like nature photographers, you're trying to not directly interact with or impede the ecosystem you're visiting. So I don't know how much crafting, like base building type stuff, would be involved, if any. I don't know. I will say though, I am very, very tired of crafting games where the building system will give you pieces of ceiling, like the roofing, that's all at angles. Like, here's your 35-degree angle roof tile. Here's your 45-degree angle roof tile. Here's your 20-degree angle roof tile. And they're all in weird shapes. Like Windrose, as I've been playing Windrose a lot lately. Windrose is really bad with that. Really quite bad with that. Every piece of roofing is some sort of triangle at weird angles. Whether it's a flat triangle or a semi 3D triangle, there's, you know, it doesn't have a bottom piece to it, but it's got the two side pieces that are stuck together, or something like that, to form some weird something or other. I gotta sneeze. Never mind, it went away. It came very close. But no sneeze. I'm sure it'll reappear at a random interval when I'm not prepared whatsoever and explode out with tremendous force. As is often the case. Now, I don't believe any of the VTubers this time around have an established style under the new method. No, they do not. Alright. I don't think this should be too difficult. We'll just grab, it's kind of off-white here. We'll grab this darker, maybe, yeah, I think this darker color here should work. And then we'll grab there's a little bit more saturation type color in the eye there. Should we go darker with the inner line? Yeah, I like that a bit better. Not a big impact, but it is something. This one's a little on the easier side of things. Or should I include... I mean, this has a few more colors mixed in. Should I try to incorporate the chocolate brown? Something more like that. I like bits and pieces of this. For example, I like that, and I like that, but I'm not as big of a fan of the brown. Let's try to grab this same color again. I don't think it's any different. All right. There is this color here. That is better. Yeah, that definitely makes it stand out more. Stand out more. I think that's better. Whoops. Go. Where'd it go? I'm blind. I'm gonna see if I can remember the name of it. The Tomodachi Life game still seems to be somewhat popular in some VTuber clips. It does look like it's starting to die out on the popularity, though. It would have been nice to be able to play the game, but I really do not want to spend that kind of money on a Switch 2. I really don't. Like, my Switch is still perfectly good. I have no problems with my normal Switch. I feel no need or desire to buy an upgraded version of the Switch. So I don't understand why Nintendo is so determined that people must have a different version of the Switch. I don't understand it. Okay, there is a lot of color going on here, so I'm gonna try to use this one to try to find some specific colors, because it's kind of showing the it's kind of like the intro stream to the new model for Ava. I'm very much used to her slime model. Colors were pretty easy to figure out. I don't know if I have a text. I don't know if I have a style for it in here. Doesn't look like I do. Even the old one, I don't think it doesn't look like I have an old one in here. Well, what do you know? Oh wait, no, there it is. Right there. Pretty darn simple. Oh, you can't see it because of the chat box. Let me... This was the old one. pretty straightforward. We might be able to use this still for the most part. We just need to figure out some of the other, the central color, which obviously isn't going to be straight black, because I don't think that would work too well. It's just might be a little too dark. Honestly, I'm kind of a little bit shocked that this model made it through Twitch. Just a tiny bit. I think we could grab the pink that's here because it's a bit more on the solid side. The colors are kind of all over the place in the hair, which is the main area I was looking to before. But it's just a bit all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but there's a lot of colors kind of merging together there. So I think the heart has the most solid color to pick from. To go with that. We go with that. And we could try this dark purple here. That's not terrible. I think this needs to be a little closer to white. Yeah, I kind of like that. And maybe make this more the solid, like, purplish color there. And then make this kind of the darker color here. It's not terrible. Granted, it doesn't capture any of the yellows in there, but I just don't know if there's a phenomenal place to put the yellows. And there's a little bit of accent yellow scattered around. I just don't know if I can get an accent yellow to really work. Yeah, I don't know where I would put it. Doesn't blend horribly well with a lot of the other colors for the text. But I think this is pretty good. I wonder if we could try the pink here. It's too dark. Bit darker. That might be too bright. Yeah, I think that kind of just works better. I don't know if Ava will still be using the slime model. So I don't know if I should give a specific name for this one. I guess for now we'll just name this one regular Ava lamp. And then if we come back to do another Ava video later and it's back to the slime model or a new slime model or something, we can figure something out. Won't worry about it too much right now. Now here's the question. Do we want to pull... kind of want to try to pull colors from the general Giga outfit rather than the Chibi model. There's a bunch of... I mean, the Chibi model has more pronounced colors as per usual. So I kind of want to try to work with this one. So let's see, we could get the chest plate here for that color. Maybe go with the armor here. And hair. Not a very pronounced color there. That's a bit much. Is there one that's a bit more subdued? Yeah, I don't know. The upside to my new way of doing the introduction thumbnail is that I'm grabbing full models of the VTubers, so I actually have a little something else to look at when we're figuring out the color palette. So maybe this will work a little bit better. Grab more of the solid, darker color there. grab one of these more silvery colors. A little too dark. That should work. Not really a harsh blue, purple? I don't know. That's too dark. It's a bit too bright, maybe? But I think this is a good middle ground. Missed it. Let me lower my sensitivity a bit. Ooh, wait. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I'm trying not to rush through the project too quickly. I wasn't able to do much in terms of making changes, like getting the new sound effects and whatnot that I wanted to do before, just because I've been a bit swamped with everything going on. Wait. Something's not right. Oh, I missed that one. That's what's going on. I've been really trying to work on the bonus compilation, because I know I'm not making nearly as much progress on that one as I would like to be. I think I have the overall structure for it pretty much down. I've got the intro, I think, done. I'd have to rewatch a lot of stuff to kind of see if I want to add a few sound effects here and there. Obviously, I don't want to add too much because I don't want to go into the hyper editing territory. I've talked about my dislike of the hyper editing style a few times on stream. I'm capable of doing it, I just don't particularly enjoy doing it. I feel it takes away from the overall impact of the video in many cases, but I wasn't able to do a lot of extended versions of clips this time around, since there were at least a few VTubers on this month's list that had a lot of their don't have the clipper name for this one. It shouldn't be that hard to find it. I would assume it's this name, so I'll just put it there for now, and then if it's not, then I'll change it later. But this is the name for like 90% of the clips for them, so I think for the bonus compilation, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to look through each section that I've basically created at this point, and I want to come up with a list of things I want to do for the different transitions, or maybe some other effects. Just come up with a list of stuff that I think I need to do in After Effects, and then so long as none of this stuff is going to spoil the content of the video, maybe work on it a bit on stream in After Effects. For example, one transition I'm thinking of doing has to do with like a fog cloud kind of thing that passes over the screen. Which I've created something similar before to create a kind of fart cloud effect. So maybe do something similar to that. Just change the color to a more normal smoke or fog or steam color. Like a bluish white kind of color. One of the reasons I haven't made a ton of overall progress is because I was working very hard to get one particular effect bit thing done for one section. I can't remember which section it's in. I want to say it's somewhere around section 3, maybe? But it involved a lot of editing. So I had to, every time and when I finished the overall editing for it, every time I noticed, oh hey, this little piece here, like 1 or 2 frames isn't quite right, if I change that, I have to go back and change a ton of other stuff to match it, like change the entire thing to try to match those 1 or 2 frames of changes. So it took a good while to get that editing done to a point that I was happy with. And then I also had to decide whether or not I wanted to make a separate version of that for the sake of posting it on Twitter to kind of show the progress update. And I also had my brother's high school graduation recently and a bunch of other stuff, so kind of just fell a little bit behind on keeping up with the updates for that, but it's okay. Especially since Twee is currently away, so I cannot ask her for help on the specific thing I wanted to do for like the thumbnail and stuff. So if taking a little bit of more time on it makes it better, I have no issue with taking more time on it. Oh yeah, this time around, some of the clips won't be an exact, like, the exact top 10. Because I'm trying to weed out some of the accidental clips, so if somebody hits the clip button by accident and it doesn't get deleted and ends up getting a bunch of views, not going to include that because it's not an on-purpose clip, so the context is kind of all over the place. And I'm also trying to not do clips that are like, sometimes people will make a clip when a VTuber says hello to them, or something happens during the stream that has to do with the clipper specifically, but there's not a whole lot of overall context or entertainment for the general audiences and whatnot, so I'm kind of just not doing those ones for these videos. Obviously there's nothing wrong with those clips in general, but I feel like it's just those kind of clips tend to confuse people more than anything. I also still need to... Oh, the monitoring on my mic went out. Are we back? Okay, there we go. Got it. It always desyncs. I don't know why. I still need to do the thumbnails for the videos since I don't work on all of the thumbnails beforehand to do the announcement post anymore, just because it saves time and saves me from a boatload of stress to get all of that done in a single day, you know? Especially since I really tried not to do a lot of editing stuff for the Clips channel or for commissions and whatnot on Sundays. So, gotta try to get it all out of the way on Saturday. But anyway, I still need to work on those. That I might just do another editing stream tomorrow. Just work on thumbnails. I don't know. Because I don't think I'll do it all in one go and do a longer stream today. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because obviously I can't wait too long on that because I have videos coming out. Like I already have the Bear the Witch video went up today, and then the Fallen Shadow one will be on Thursday. So I can't just sit around and not get that done. But I also have commission editing I need to do, and I try to really work on that on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So, and then I've been trying to use Fridays to work on the bonus compilation. So I don't really have a super free day to work on, to do an extra stream for the thumbnails. But I also don't want to do an extra long stream to do thumbnails on top of everything else. So it's kind of a toss-up idea. The Premiere thing's kind of quiet. Let me... Holy crap, yeah, no wonder. Or maybe that's better.
Chat to keep it together even when I'm not.
That's better.
I expect chat to keep it together even when I'm not here. What do you mean tax fraud? Ain't no one talking about taxes. You're fine. Yeah, you can't really.
Okay, that seems good. Now let's look and see. This one seems to cover a wide range of ups and downs on the audio. There's a particularly loud spot here.
Absolutely do not hate you. Well, you know what, chat? I hate you, chat. I hate you. Yeah, it's good that things are going well. Yeah, the sentiment is very much there. Well, I wasn't ever gonna, like, stop or anything. It's just, you know.
This might require a bit of fine-tune editing, because a lot of the general audio is hitting at like the negative 18 decibel range. Meanwhile, parts like this are hitting the negative 6 range, where we're wanting to be the peak. So if we turn it up, so like here, it's hitting maximum between negative 24 and negative 18.
The real knife link was in our hearts all along. You only see one link.
So obviously it's too quiet. So we turn it up by 5.
I'm screaming and crying and shouting. Tamale, where's the knife link? I think the real knife link was in our hearts all along. You only see one link. Did she just say the knife was substandard? I don't know if I used the right word, but I meant that it's out of the norm. I'm sorry, English is my first language. American is my second. It's sub-norm.
The audio still is not hitting very often above the negative 18 decibel range, which is not good. At the quietest, we want it to hit an average of between negative 12 and negative 18 decibels, and it is not hitting that right now. Problem is, if I turn it up any louder, we're going to start running into issues with the louder parts of the audio. A few VTubers have this kind of thing, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a thing I've noticed in doing editing. A few VTubers have quite the dramatic range between their voice volumes. Like their normal speaking voice. Oh wow, my S really whistled there. Sorry. Their normal speaking voice is pretty quiet, but then when they get into a more excited state, their voice gets much louder. It can make fine-tune audio editing a little tricky, because you don't want it to be too quiet, but you also don't want it to be too loud. So you kind of want that sweet spot. So I think what I need to do is I need to expand my sweet spot range a bit. So instead of trying to have everything between -12 to -18, maybe go -12 to -24. So if it's hitting about -18, that's fine. And then that way the peak isn't too bad, except for in cases kind of like right here, it's going to be very loud.
I absolutely do not hate you. Well, you know what, chat? I hate you, chat.
It gets kind of loud, and then we can do something like move it really down here so we can get it nice and detailed.
I hate you. You, yeah. I hate you. I hate you. Well, you know what, chat? Hate you. Well, you know what, chat? I hate you, chat. I hate you. You, yeah. I hate you. You,
It's not bad. Maybe extend this a bit, and then we'll lower this a little bit more.
Well, you know what, chat? I hate you, chat. I hate you. You, I hate you. You, I hate you. You, yeah. I don't,
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Why do you hate me, chat? To die? Why? 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 Why do you guys do this to me? Why do you do this? Reach terminal velocity. Velocity. Reach terminal velocity. Yeah, like I was saying, there's no distinct moment. It just, I don't know. Everything worked out one way. Yeah, like I was saying, there's no distinct moment. It just, I don't know. Everything worked out one way or another, and now. I would rather you. Well, that's not what I meant to say, but yeah. Damn.
There are a lot of extended clips for Tomoe video this time around. We'll just move this over here so you guys get to see it, so it's not so it's not too boring on your guys' end of things not seeing what I'm doing. Maybe I should see if I can't finagle this to look a little better on the display capture. That's not what I wanted. That grabbed my OBS, not my freaking Premiere. There we go. That might not be too bad. Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, you can't see what I'm working on behind me, so maybe I should move more over here. Like that. There, we'll just do that. It'll be easier.
I'm telling you, hit the slots. Hit the slots. Nice.
Audio wise, this one doesn't seem too bad.
It's the real one. Just wait till they see the Dragon Tower chat. Just wait till they see the Dragon Tower chat. Look, I gotta get back to work.
I don't think I need to change the audio levels on these ones much. I think it's pretty balanced as it is.
I need money. I need money to feel better. If they don't give me money, I'm gonna be angry.
I'm gonna mess with them. I'm gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna put the reverb on. Road racing or wind farm cross country? Oh, we're gonna do both. Okay, woman. Okay.
I think this one's going to be tricky because there's some bits that are louder, some bits that are quieter.
She died.
Especially with a lot of collab clips in here. I think trying to mess with the audio levels too much would just create more problems than it solves. So I think we should probably just leave it.
Someone got a brick? Pass me a brick.
I got a rock.
Oh, you're so flat.
What do you mean? I thought you wanted to explore.
You there, frivolous whelp.
It's not gonna be able to get out that way.
And only on sand. Yep, yep.
F5, F5. This one has the best BGM though.
These are very quiet. Holy crap, are these quiet? Okay, yeah, we've got the typical issue of insanely quiet, but then very loud in other places. So, I mean, look at this one.
Opened the door and saw and was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and slammed the door shut. And I'm like, "Oh god, he probably thought I was gooning."
See, that gets dropped to like almost -12. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna have a nice, chaotically cozy gear.
like -30. This one's like -30.
It's not gonna go with everything, but most things.
Yeah, -30 on this one too. And on this one, this VTuber in the collab is louder than Ava is. So, oh man, I feel like the audio balancing on this one's gonna be a little on the tricky side. It's gonna be a little difficult. I'm gonna try and see what we can do.
You can throw hypnosis.
Let's look at this one.
Crush chat with my thighs. I think you'd like it.
It's still really quiet.
Hands is too lewd.
I'm sorry, you're all pregnant now. Interlocking.
That's how you get pregnant.
Get me hot. Who leans sub?
It's just so quiet.
Get yourself a gown.
And then you have things like this, like look right here. Yeah, it went above -6. So it's just, oh man. I'm gonna have to do this one off stream because there is just too much fine tuning that I'm gonna have to do to try to get the audio balancing right on this one. So I'm gonna have to listen to stuff over and over again, really try to make sure it sounds good.
Oh, true.
We do love the Yaru mommies.
So we'll just stick to figuring out the beginning and ends.
Hi, Haruka. It's almost 10 o'clock for me.
Make sure that that's good.
I had crispy. It was great. What's this? Bomb alert.
Got it.
I was doing a live stream and somebody was like, "This special." So
The camera. B. And get out of here. And I have the ribs. He's hungry.
All right. I'll have to do that one off stream. Really get the finer details of it, but that's fine. This one's not till next Tuesday, so we can spend a little bit more time on it. Although I try to get them all done in as few batches as possible, so I'm not working on these videos repeatedly over the course of every week in the month, you know? That would kind of defeat the point. One of the main reasons why I do all of these compilation videos rather than a bunch of individual clips that I look for is so that I'm not constantly editing. So I can try to fit in other stuff that I need to do in life. I'm wondering if I should put some kind of obviously it would be a joke, but kind of like a disclaimer kind of thing for the videos where a lot of the clips are going to be a bit more in the realm of horny jail kind of territory. Like this video is going to be a lot of that. A lot of the clips in this one are that. So, yeah. So I'm thinking about whether or not I should do that. It might be funny. Just as a way for, you know, those people who maybe don't want to delve into that kind of content, you know? Because there's a wide range of VTubers and content and stuff. Obviously, I don't go for any of the stuff that's very... like the VTubers who really try to have audiences that are okay with adult content kind of stuff. Not like I'm losing my own train of thought here, but I try to find a good balance between those who aim for more wholesome content and those who maybe go for more chaotic stuff. I don't know.
Alright, we start again. Oh, a Scolipede. Scolipede has like a weird amount, but like this is Rachel from Ninja Gaiden. That's a clip. And then people gave her the 3rd degree. Cause like we do all use it. But like everybody did the state of it. Yeah, did she mention the state of her coffee?
I think so far this one's okay to maybe turn up a bit. This one's gonna be quiet.
But I can only see one can of
So this one we might just turn up in general, so maybe do a little bit of individual editing, but I think we can turn up general audio maybe by about 2 decibels.
It's fine. Cleo mentioned there's no way. There's no way, bitch! Bitch, cigarette right now! This isn't fair!
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling in this clip, so it's... Yeah, so this one's pretty good for trying to figure out maximum volume. So I think the 2 on everything is fine, but I'm gonna have to do a little more fine-tuning for some of the individual clips that are a little more quiet. Like this one. I think this one we can turn up a bit more.
Come here to get some ready-to-drink coffee, but I can only see 1 can of Gunson Black in this fridge. You have more in stock, right? How many do you need? I think we do. How many do you need? 6 to 7 cans would be perfect. You're kidding. Like, okay, so...
Yeah, so that's about fine there.
Can I jump on these? Alistair still looks goofy as hell.
Oh, small and baby and cute.
Can you Can I help you with that?
I kind of feel bad for the people who played Mixtape. It is not a streamer-friendly game at all. And it's just scratching the surface.
Can I help you with anything? Like, okay, so I was wondering if this is lovely. Like,
I feel like the only way I would play mixtape is if, one, I got it for free. Not stream it, I would never stream it, but if I were ever even think of playing it, I would either, one, have to get it for free, or two, get it and then have a guaranteed refund when I'm done with, when I've finished watching it. Since it's you can't play it, there's not really any gameplay to speak of. But I've also seen enough stuff about it lately that I just don't care. The novelty of it, what little there was, wore off almost immediately. I will say, there is one thing I've found that is actually kind of impressive in terms of audio editing. I've noticed that a lot of VTubers who do ASMR content tend to have really good audio levels. Not always, but they tend to. We were here. I don't know why I hit the enter key instead of the arrow key. I think just the fact that you work on it, people work on ASMR, they become a little bit more aware of figuring out audio levels, what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, and trying to work all that out and balance it. I think it really helps them figure that out with stuff like streaming and stuff. Like, I rarely have issues working with audio levels for Vivi stuff. Maybe just a handful of times where she gets very excited, like loud laughter or something like that. But even then, the peak usually isn't that bad. It certainly makes my life easier.
Nice, Bob. Thank you. Hot. We need it, I swear. We really do. Then she VTubes. Yeah. It's my only option. I have to pay the mortgage somehow. Listen. Camera confuses me. And that. Whatever, man. Yeah. Okay. Would you like to have a chat? Hey. What's up, 50 guys?
I think if I'm looking for a clip to base the highest volume peak off of, it's probably going to be this one, because there's a lot of noise in this. The big MMO boss battle. So there's just, you can tell by the audio waves, there's just constant noise.
So insanely good! Where is even more good?
Yeah, this is the loudest. This is probably the loudest clip, and you can see the peak. The audio peak does not hit above -6. No matter how loud they're getting, the audio peak does not hit above that -6 decibel range, which is phenomenal. At least at the current settings. However, there are some moments where they talk a little quieter. Either they're away from their mic or whatnot. So do I think I have to do a lot of extra audio balancing? No. But I might have to think about it in places like this, where right here. There's no talking here, so that's fine. But like right here-ish. What? I don't think I really need to there. So I think this one's kind of the same with the Vivi one, where I don't think I really need to change the audio balancing that much. I might change some of them, like I might increase the audio of some of these a little bit, like this one I might increase a little bit, just because I think this one, being the loudest, is kind of drowning out some of the other clips a bit. But
I've also been working hard to be a healthier person.
right, I forgot she yells right here. Obviously, I'm not gonna turn that one up, or if I do, I gotta lower the audio on that section.
Ended upon us and has given us its whims. This presenter told him this was a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have to listen to that one a little more and see if I can't. See how I feel about it. I'm not entirely sure. For the most part, I think it's fine, but there's just a lot of different streams happening here. There's some just chatting, there's loud MMO stuff, and it's also Fallen Shadow. She sometimes yells, which makes it some drastic audio level changes. But again, for the most part, another ASMR streamer, and the audio is fairly balanced just for my default settings. Don't have to do anything drastic off of default. I also have a lot of I've been very much appreciating the number of streamers that have been adjusting their audio so that the audio they're listening to during stream, at least in terms of like music and stuff, it's like you'll get audio from like gameplay and their voice in the VOD, but any like background music and stuff like that will be separated so that when it comes to the VOD, it's not there in the VOD. Most people that do that do it because it helps them be able to listen to different kinds of music during the stream and not get in trouble for DMCA stuff as much because it's not in the VOD. It's only during the stream. But I think another benefit of that is it really helps with editing later. way more than people might realize. Does it help with editing later? It is so great to have that. So that when if I'm doing any editing, I don't have to fight against whatever background music was in the normal stream. Which becomes particularly important with projects where maybe they want like if I've got a commission and the person I'm editing for wants the video to follow a certain rhythm. Maybe they want it a little faster paced, but the music they have in the background of the stream is slower paced. Then I have to fight the music, and it becomes very difficult. So, for example, Vivi,
Do
there's no background music.
New VV.
No, in Vivi streams, she has background music playing when she's typically doing a lot of stuff. Not always, but a lot of times. I haven't been able to catch as many Vivi streams due to her adjusted sleep schedule. Good for her. But Aussie hours, so I'm usually asleep. But if I were ever to do any video editing for a Vivi video, it would make it a lot easier for me to do so because there wouldn't be any background music to have to deal with. So I would be able to have much more freedom to play around with things. Another way to go beyond that, which is very difficult for streamers to do, is, or at least not many streamers do it, because it takes up a lot more space on the computer, is separating the game audio or other background audio and the voice audio, which is also absolutely incredible, but insanely rare. I don't know of a single streamer that does that, at least none that I've edited for. But it is so nice, because then in the editing software you can just sync those up and then just remove the background audio when you need to, or remove the voice when you need to, and it's so nice. Incredibly rare, namely because of the amount of space it takes up on your computer to have 2 different recording files instead of 1. But, you know. I think that's about it. Is it? I think that's... Yeah, that's it. I think we got everything done. There you go. All right. Well. Oh, that went well. We didn't quite hit 2 hours, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might have to adjust some stuff. Maybe stream on Mondays instead if I want to cover all 6 videos, but I don't know if I really care that much. I think it's fine to only stream under 2 hours. I think it's fine. I shouldn't overthink things too much. I need to stop overthinking. Alright, well. That is about it for this one. Got some good work done. I got a little more chatty partway through. Woke up a little bit. the post-work crash. But all right, well, thank you everybody that came by. I appreciate it as always. Until next one, it'll be another editing stream on the second batch next time around, and we'll see what happens on the third one. But until next time, hope you all have a good one, and hope to see you all again another time. Bye-bye. Oh.